Hey friends, Christy here with Little Roots Ranch, and I wanted to talk today about how to care for your plants during when there's a lot of smoke in the sky or whatnot. But I first wanted to say that my heart goes out to everybody who is either waiting for an evacuation notice or has had an evacuation notice. All the families, individuals, animals, wild critters, trees, plants, farms, houses, cars, businesses. I'm sure I'm missing like a million things, but I just wanted to say that, here we're praying for you and stuff like that, and hope that everything's okay. For the rest of us, well, all we can do is sit by and, worry for people and stuff like that. But you may be thinking about, how is your garden doing? And there's two answers, because actually, ironically, a little bit of smoke is actually good for the plants, because they breathe in that carbon dioxide as part of photosynthesis. But so a little bit actually is good for them, allows them to eat a little more. But the main concern whenever you have smoke, sorry, I was eating like a little licorice thing earlier. But the main concern when there's smoke in the air is that the plants do photosynthesis where they take in the carbon dioxide and the light and all that stuff, right? But they also respire or breathe. And that's through the stomata, those little things in leaves. And so they actually bring in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Even though they breathe out way less carbon dioxide than they produce during photosynthesis. But those are two different things, so not to be confused. But there can be a problem though if the little stomatas in your plant or whatever are getting blocked. And so that's really the main risk as far as with a heavy smoke layer. The good news is that what you need to do is rinse your plants. And so that would be like a watering or so. Every day or every couple days, run some water over your plants if you're able to. And especially if you have like a smaller garden, you want to get the top side and the underside of the leaves. You want to get both sides because they both have pores and things like that. And if you're concerned about harvesting vegetables that have been exposed to smoke, if the fire is burning like a true wild area where it's generally like woods, plants, like carbon-based things, then you don't have to worry too much about like contaminants. But if structures are being burned or things that are trash potentially that's been left around or whatever, and you've got like plastic or things like that, or treated wood or any of those things obviously produce, bad things into the environment. And so if you're concerned about that, you'll definitely want to, when you harvest your produce that's been around the smoke or in the smoke, you want to rinse them and rinse them really well, of course. If you're extra worried about it, you can do, this may be your standard routine, but you can rinse them and soak them a little bit in like a vinegar water solution, and just to make sure they're extra clean. But and then it'll be okay. And so the long short of this is that your plants will be okay. You just want to, with the smoke that's in the sky, you want to take extra precautions, which includes watering down your plants so that way their pores, just like face, right? Their pores aren't being blocked. You don't want to, if you're planning on giving your plants nitrogen, you don't want to do that right now, because right now isn't like a good time for like a growth stage in a plant's life. Depending on where you're at, the waves from the sun are diffused, sometimes a little bit and sometimes like blocked, depending of course where you're at. I know I'm in Stanwood, I'm just north of Everett, and Everett is right along that highway too, and so there's a lot more smoke down there, but it's working up here, and so something to be concerned about. But yeah, just make sure you're watering down your plants and rinsing your vegetables, and everything will be okay. again for, sorry, the dog's whining. But again, and just, you know, keep in your thoughts the people that are affected by these fires as well directly and potentially are losing their home or business or anything like that. But thank you for watching, and have a great day. Happy gardening. Bye.